15 most dangerous insects in the world you should stay away from. Insects are the most diverse group of organisms on the planet, with millions of species distributed everywhere from tropical forests to arid deserts. However, not all insect species are harmless. Some conceal deadly risks due to dangerous venom.
The ability to transmit diseases are extremely frightening physiological characteristics. In today's video, we will explore the 15 most dangerous insect species in the world.
Those that you absolutely should avoid if you don't want to become their victim. Asian giant hornet. The Asian giant hornet, just hearing its name is enough to give many people goosebumps.
This is the world's largest hornet species, with a body length that can reach up to 75 millimeters.
They not only terrify humans with their size but also with their dangerous venom and excruciatingly painful sting.
Although this hornet species does not aggressively attack humans without reason, if they feel threatened,
they can become extremely dangerous.
The venom from each hornet contains up to 8 types of chemicals, not only destroying tissue but also leaving a scent.
That signals and attracts fellow hornets to attack the victim. Each year, over 40 people have died from being stung by this hornet.
Moreover, since 2016, this hornet species has expanded its territory from East Asia to Europe, causing many countries to be on high alert to deal with them.
It can be said that the giant hornet is not only a challenge for humans in dealing with wild nature, but also a reminder of the importance of protecting the ecological balance. Fire ant. You may have accidentally encountered these small but extremely dangerous invaders called fire ants. This ant species has a small size, often overlooked, but don't let its appearance deceive you. Because when threatened, they will quickly attack with a painful bite.
Fire ant venom contains a special chemical compound that creates a burning sensation like fire on the skin. Afterwards, a bite often leaves red, swollen marks that can even last for several days, making you remember their fury for a long time.
However, fire ant venom doesn't stop at just causing pain.
For sensitive individuals or those with a history of allergies, this bite can lead to anaphylactic shock, posing a life-threatening danger.
This makes fire ants a threat that cannot be taken lightly. Interestingly,
in some regions of the world, this ant species is associated with special customs and traditions. For example, some tribes in Africa use fire ants in coming-of-age rituals. Young men must wear gloves filled with fire ants, enduring hundreds of continuous bites for an extended period.
This is a test of courage and endurance, but at the same time a painful and unforgettable haunting experience. What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Botfly. If fire ants make you uncomfortable with their bites, then the botfly causes distress in a completely different way.
Considered one of the most frightening insect species in the world, the botfly is not only a nuisance but also a dangerous parasite.
Their reproductive mechanism makes anyone who hears about it shudder. Botflies lay eggs on humans or animals. When the eggs hatch, the larvae develop inside the host's body, forming large tumors that cause pain and discomfort. More frighteningly, many people don't even realize anything is wrong until these tumors become apparent, or when the larvae are nearly mature. The sight of an adult fly emerging from a person's body is truly a nightmare, making the botfly a source of obsession for many people in tropical regions where they are commonly found. Regarding botflies, it requires you to be cautious in maintaining personal and environmental hygiene. Anyone traveling to areas with botflies needs to be equipped with knowledge and use preventive measures to avoid becoming a victim of this parasite. House centipede. House centipedes are one of the creatures that make many people feel uncomfortable and even terrified.
This centipede species impresses not only with its frightening appearance but also with its ability to cause intense pain when it bites. The bite of a house centipede is usually accompanied by venom, causing swelling and prolonged pain.
Although the wound is rarely life-threatening, the pain they cause is enough to make many people try to stay away.
House centipedes are easily recognized by their impressive number of legs, ranging from 15 to 177 pairs, depending on age and size. They have a long and slender body, with each body segment accompanied by a pair of legs, creating a frightening shape when they move. With their fast speed and ability to crawl on walls or ceilings, house centipedes often appear suddenly, making many people's hearts stop. This species of centipede is commonly found in damp places like kitchens, bathrooms, or basements.
Although they help control pests like cockroaches or mosquitoes, their presence is still bothersome. If you spot a house centipede in your living space, it's best to use safe methods to remove them or seek help from experienced individuals.
With their distinctive appearance and tendency to cause alarm, house centipedes are truly unwelcome guests if you wish to encounter. Known as the assassin caterpillar, this is considered the most dangerous caterpillar in the world.
Its venom can be fatal after just a few stings. The most horrifying aspect is that this toxin can cause severe internal bleeding, halting brain function and organ activity.
In South America, its native habitat, the assassin caterpillar has been recorded to claim the lives of at least 500 people.
Although this caterpillar is only a few centimeters long, its strength is enough to take down an adult human.
The assassin caterpillar's venom works by entering the body through tiny slits on its skin. These slits contain a potent coagulant, leading to complications like disseminated intravascular coagulation and uncontrollable bleeding.
But rest assured, the chance of encountering
this caterpillar is very slim, especially if you don't live near the rainforests of South America. However, if you ever visit these areas, be cautious and steer clear of creatures that may seem harmless but are incredibly dangerous.
Deer tick. Deer tick is a familiar name to many, especially those who have had contact with wildlife.
This species typically parasitizes deer and then finds its way to other hosts, including humans.
A notable point is that the tick itself doesn't directly cause diseases like Lyme.
It acquires them from previous hosts and transmits them through bites.
Ticks often feed on the host's blood and can remain attached for several days, numbing the bite area to feed undetected. This makes detection and removal difficult, and with the ability to transmit various dangerous diseases, including Lyme, they are a small but significant threat. Brown recluse spider. In the world of spiders, the brown recluse is a name that haunts many, not for its appearance but for its fearsome venom. This spider possesses a necrotic venom that, when injected, causes the cells around the bite to die. As a result, deep ulcers can form on the skin, causing pain and even leaving permanent scars. Brown recluse spiders typically live in dark, seldom visited places like attics, sheds, or under old items. They do not actively attack humans and only bite when threatened. This is fortunate because their bite is not only painful but also carries the risk of severe complications if not treated promptly. To protect yourself from brown recluse spiders, keeping your home clean and carefully inspecting unused areas is essential. Although not an aggressive spider, the danger of its venom makes the brown recluse a creature everyone wants to avoid. Africanized honeybee. When discussing dangerous insects, we must mention the Africanized honeybee, also known as the killer bee. This bee sounds like it stepped out of a horror movie but is the result of an unfortunate biological experiment. In the 1950s, scientists in South America attempted to breed a new bee hybrid combining African and native bees, hoping to improve honey production. However, an accident occurred when these bees escaped the laboratory, spreading to nearby areas. Today, Africanized honeybees have invaded many regions in South, Central, and North America, becoming one of the most aggressive insect species on the planet. They not only attack when threatened but also pursue targets relentlessly. with over 1,000 human fatalities recorded, not including large animals like horses and cattle. Unfortunate victims of their attacks. Surprisingly, the killer bee's venom is not stronger than that of regular honeybees. But their danger lies in overwhelming numbers. A hive can contain tens of thousands of bees ready to defend it, if attacked. You could face hundreds or even thousands of stings. In such cases, death from thousands of cuts becomes a reality. But instead of cuts, it's stings. To avoid danger, always maintain a safe distance if you find a killer beehive in your living area. Brazilian wandering spider.
In the spider world, the Brazilian wandering spider is known as a silent assassin. This spider has been repeatedly recognized by the Guinness World Records as the world's most venomous spider. Thanks to its extremely potent venom, it can cause rapid death if not treated properly.
This venom has strong effects on the nervous and cardiovascular systems, particularly dangerous for children or those with weak immune systems. Their danger isn't limited to venom but also includes their aggressive nature and bold hunting behavior. Unlike many spiders that use webs to trap prey,
the Brazilian wandering spider moves continuously on the ground, hunting prey regardless of time or terrain. It is a highly active nocturnal species.
When darkness becomes an ally, helping them approach prey undetected. This is especially concerning in areas like the Amazon rainforest, where nighttime visibility is limited, and anyone could inadvertently become their target. Additionally, the Brazilian wandering spider can jump up to 40 centimeters high, a trait that makes it a real threat. The image of a large, hairy spider suddenly jumping onto someone is certainly a nightmare for many people. Their fierce temperament increases the danger level, as they will attack immediately if they feel threatened. With 9 different variants in the wandering spider family, this species truly exemplifies the power and danger of nature. Black widow spider. Black widow spiders have long been notorious as highly venomous spiders, causing many to fear them even if the reality may not be that extreme.
Indeed, their venom is very potent, 15 times stronger than that of a rattlesnake. However, surprisingly, despite being extremely venomous, black widow bites rarely cause death.
When bitten, the venom can cause unpleasant symptoms like
muscle pain, abdominal cramps, diarrhea, and sometimes lasting for weeks.
But what few people know is that most cases do not require antivenom for treatment.
Current medications mainly help relieve pain rather than prevent life-threatening danger.
Black widow spiders are not aggressive, they only bite when they feel threatened. So, if you don't accidentally touch or pressure them, you can completely avoid them. A little caution will help you feel more at ease when encountering this spider in the wild. Yellow jacket wasp. This is one of the prominent insects that many people know to stay away from due to their extremely painful stings. If you see one for the first time, you might mistake it for a regular wasp.
However, upon closer observation, you'll notice they are larger, have brighter colors, and often have distinct yellow and black stripes.
LL immediately realize it. What makes yellow jackets particularly dangerous is their stinging method. Unlike typical wasps, when a wasp stings a person, its stinger gets stuck, and the wasp dies afterward. However, yellow jackets are not like that. When they attack, they don't lose their stinger and can use it repeatedly. This means they will continue stinging you until they feel the threat is gone. So, if stung by a yellow jacket, the pain can persist and make you feel extremely uncomfortable. Although yellow jacket stings rarely cause death, unless you have a severe allergic reaction, they still pose a significant threat to human health. Each year,
about 500,000 people are hospitalized due to reactions caused by these insects.
However, yellow jackets usually attack when they feel threatened, especially if someone approaches their nest, or are attracted by body colors or scents. Sometimes, yellow jackets can mistake humans for flowers and, when feeling threatened, react by stinging. To attract their attention, they typically won. However, if you accidentally get near their nest, you can't avoid facing a sudden attack. Bulldog ant. Bulldog ants, also known as bull ants, are an insect few would suspect, but they have a very impressive name. Bull ant. Instead, they move very quickly on the ground. This fast movement ability is one reason bulldog ants can evade predators or approach prey undetected. Although they don't fly, their venom potency is extremely impressive. The sting of this bulldog ant can make anyone flinch. Their sting is said to be 4 times more painful than the Schmidt pain index, a famous index used to measure pain from insect stings. Bull ant. But rather due to the strength and extreme pain their sting can cause. This sting can make you feel burning, swelling, and in some cases lead to mild fevers.
However, wolves certainly don't need to worry about being attacked by this ant.
But humans should be cautious if they accidentally encounter them. With their fast movement and extremely painful sting, bulldog ants are definitely an insect we should not underestimate. Blister beetle. This is an insect that seems harmless but carries a toxin extremely dangerous to humans. Blister beetle. But in reality, they can cause serious reactions if accidentally exposed. Their toxin can cause severe irritation, even rashes, damage tissues, and make the infected person suffer intense pain. However, even more dangerous is if someone accidentally ingests this beetle. The consequences could be fatal. Its toxin can cause skin blisters and internal organ damage, seriously affecting health. Therefore, experienced gardeners or animal caretakers often wear rubber gloves when handling this beetle. Especially when working with horses, they can become infected with this type of beetle. Even when working with crops like alfalfa, if beetles survive during harvesting and processing, they can enter the human body through food. This reminds us of the importance of caution when interacting with nature and seemingly harmless creatures that may hide deadly dangers. Amazon giant sea. The Amazon rainforest is always famous for its strange and dangerous creatures, making people cautious. One of the notorious insects in this area is the Amazon giant sea, the world's largest sea species. With its enormous size and fearsome hunting abilities, this sea species is not only a terror to small animals, but can also threaten human lives. These sea insects can be over 30 centimeters long and are usually active at night when they search for prey. Notably, they don't just eat plants like many other species. The Amazon giant sea actively hunts, even creatures larger than themselves. With powerful venom in their sting, the Amazon giant sea can attack and cause death to their prey if bitten. A shocking incident occurred when a child was accidentally bitten by a giant sea. When the sea crawled into the soda can the child was drinking from. After that bite, the child didn't survive, and this tragic death made many people worried about the presence of this creature in the area. Moreover, this sea species is also famous for its active hunting behavior, meaning they don't just wait for prey to approach but actively seek them out. This makes them even more dangerous, as they can easily approach humans if not careful. One of the concerning things is if someone doesn't pay attention and lets AZ get too close. They can bite without warning, and one bite could lead to death if not treated promptly.
Understanding the characteristics and behavior of this Z species is very important to minimize unnecessary accidents when encountering them in natural environments.